Okay, so the concept I want to cover now is thinking in percentages. So in almost any sport, when we do the right thing, whether it's we put a good swing on a pitch, whether it's we take a great penalty kick, whether it's we hit our slap shot clean, whatever it is, there's never a certain outcome. So even though, you chose your pitch at the plate and everything was right and you put your best swing on it, we know that there's only a certain percent of the time that you're actually still going to get the result that you want. So I think one of the valuable mindsets that you can have, and this is again another example of reframing, is thinking in percentages, because our goal is to not get overly emotional, get upset, get frustrated, get angry when we do everything we can and we still don't get the outcome that we want, right? I was a pitcher, and there were lots of times when I made good pitches and got bad results. I lost games on pitches that were really good pitches that they just blooped in, or they hit a 13 hop ground ball that found a hole, swinging bunts. All these things happen and they're beyond your control. But I knew that when I made a good pitch, like I really executed well, I get an out on that pitch maybe 85% of the time. But when I choose that pitch, I'm choosing full well. Like there's no guarantee. Like if I throw this, it's a boardwalk game where if I hit the target, I get the stuffed animal. Like I hit it and I get it, or if I miss it, I don't. That's never the way it really is in sports. So we need to just keep in perspective that there's always a sort of percentage-based outcome. Maybe I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm going to give my best, and maybe half the time I win, half the time I don't. Or if I make this pitch, maybe it's 72% of the time I get the result that I want. But we have to just do that understanding that even when we give it our best, there's going to be a percentage of the time that we just don't get the result. And if we know that going in ahead of time, we can sort of mitigate frustration and anger and all these negative emotions, because we know, like, we can do everything we can. And this is about being more process oriented, again, controlling yourself and the mental tasks that you have in the game, the physical tasks, your preparation, your professionalism, your routine, all those things you can control. That's your process versus the outcome, right? You can have the best process, just like all these, major leaguers and NBA players, NFL players, pro tennis stars. They can all have the perfect process for them, but they still lose a certain percent of the time, right? So just think of it more when you do something on the field. You hit a line drive, you tackle a guy square, there's still a percent of the time that they're going to squirt away, right? They're just going to be able to sidestep you, or you hit them perfect, but they just don't go down, right? But if you hit them most of the time that way, you're going to get the tackle, whatever it is. So make sure you understand that thinking of percentages can be a valuable tool, because we're going to understand better that I'm going to do my best. This is the best outcome, or this is going to give me the best percentage chance of getting the outcome that I want. But I know that even when I do everything perfectly, I'm not necessarily going to get that result every single time. I know that going in ahead of time, and so I can be okay knowing that if I do it right, 9 out of 10 times I get what I want. And 1 out of 10 times, I just have to shrug and say, you know what, I did everything I could, and I left it all on the field, and that's good enough for today.